Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Viren and today I want to share my full review on the new Ghost Ship boss fight. And I've got to say, I really enjoyed this boss fight. I am using the same gameplay in the background as I got yesterday because there's so many people doing this boss fight and all we're doing is crashing into each other and it's not really that enjoyable to watch. So I am using yesterday's gameplay and I am putting my voice over it. But first things first, this boss fight is amazing. It's definitely my favorite boss fight in the game. It doesn't hit that hard. All you've got to do is really block the skulls. The skulls are the hardest thing, really, that hit. All you got to do is brace, and yeah, the skulls won't do any damage, especially if you're on this boss killer build that I uploaded. But Ubisoft, they definitely need to allow us to pick up more treasure maps, because after this fight, the entire ocean looked just like loads of treasure maps that were just placed there. There was loads of them. There was so many, we couldn't pick them up, and I feel like we should have a separate storage for treasure maps. I think that's one of the issues with this, is basically just the sheer amount of treasure maps that you're essentially wasting because you can't pick them up, so they just sit there until they finally disappear, and it's quite annoying. And also the amount of loot, the sheer amount of loot that this boss drops is ridiculous. My cargo fills up after about 1.5 fights with this thing. We're getting so many precision drill bits, which was one of the materials that people were actually struggling to get for whatever reason. Maybe they couldn't do the forts, maybe they didn't know where to get them. But this guy, I think I'm on about 300 precision drill bits now, just from this fight. The red sails are really cool. I'm still trying to get the red sails. I feel like I've got everything else apart from the red sails. The blue spectre is dropping like candy. However, I do wish that it was a red spectre, or that we could get the red spectre, or that we can even color the blue spectre to a red. That would be nice. And it seems that on average I'm getting about maybe 11 mysterious chests. So obviously they're going to be full of loot as well. All I can think is that Ubisoft are planning something in order for them to give us this much loot. I don't know whether it's in preparation for Season 2. Maybe the fleet management is going to require all this loot or something like that. We're getting a bunch of ethereal ashes and we're getting vengeful essence, which I haven't figured out where to spend the vengeful essence yet. And the ethereal ashes are just, they're kind of wasted at this point. Ubisoft definitely needs to implement some more vendors in the game with a load more items. We need more cosmetics. But this boss fight, all in all, was actually really fun. I really enjoyed it. So I know a lot of people are actually feeling a bit negative towards this because it's like the only thing that's new. And on the trailer there was a new convoy, I believe he was a new convoy, but they only advertised like the Royal Custodian. Like, yeah, that's old. Give us something new. We want new armor. We want new gear, because everyone's running around with the same armor pretty much. It's either, I don't know, I think it is Black Prince. Those who have Pieces of 8 and Sovereigns are running around with the Black Prince. Those who aren't are running around with the Royal Custodian, and the Ouroboros just doesn't seem as strong as what we first thought it would be. So for those of you who don't know, this boss fight is literally just the ghost ship with a different mechanic, meaning the skull mechanic, which is basically like heat-seeking skulls that would just follow you, come to you, and all you gotta do is brace them. However, it's just a ghost ship with a little bit more HP. You don't need as many people as are farming it right now, but it does make it a lot easier. However, it does make it a lot more annoying as well, because everyone's just crashing into each other. But all in all, I'm just going to round this video out because, as I said, it's gameplay that you've seen before, and it was only supposed to be a short review. So I think what Ubisoft should do right now, or get prepared to do, or help us out a little bit, is give us a separate storage for treasure maps. I don't know, make it so we can walk around our ship and we can put it in our in our office that's usually in the back of the ship of the pirate ships. You know, that would be cool if we can put treasure maps in there. It also makes more sense to have the helm office in there, you know, with the giant map and all that, but that's a topic for another video. But anyway guys, let me know your thoughts on this boss fight. Do you enjoy it? Maybe you're a bit annoyed that there's actually nothing new. However, the boss fight itself is actually really cool. If you want to actually do the boss fight, then it will be on the bounty board, not the blue one. The blue one's a contract board, but the bounty board is the red one with all the bosses. It will be on there, basically where you picked up the Jaws of Retribution or whatever it's called, which I hated that one. But that's where you can pick it up, and then it's just at the top of the map. It's usually there every single time. But yeah, I think it was really fun. We need more options for treasure maps. We need to be able to store them properly, and I think they could take down the weight of some items. As I said, this boss fight really fills your inventory up, and it's because of the sheer amount of resources. So I think maybe dropping some of the weight of some of the items is going to help us out in terms of management of our cargo, and I think that would help out a great deal. But again, let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. You want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.